What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, and back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a WWE female reveals she's bi, Peyton Royce's mom tells Charlotte Flair to give someone else a chance, Batista or another big star to AEW, Shaq's AEW debut and Mr. Brodie Lee tribute, a legendary wrestling promoter passes away, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into the first story. Now, our first story looks at a WWE female revealing she is bi. Kyla Braxton made a big announcement via Twitter on Tuesday, revealing she is bisexual. Braxton, best known for her work as a backstage interviewer and co-hosting The Bump and Talking Smack, tweeted, "My whole life I've had to choose. Are you black? Are you white? Which bubble do you fill in on the SATs? I always filled in other because nothing applied to me. Tonight I chose to be over having to choose. Hello world, I'm Kayla. Oh no, yeah, I'm bi." Braxton's big announcement led to congratulations from fans and WWE colleagues, but as of the production of this video, Braxton has taken down her Twitter account. It's unknown whether she was being harassed or perhaps decided to give herself some space. Next up, Peyton Royce's mom says Flair needs to give someone else a chance. Is Charlotte Flair getting too many runs with the WWE Women's Championships? Well, that's a complaint fans have been making for the last 2 years, and now WWE superstar Peyton Royce's mom seems to have joined the chorus of critics saying it's time for the Queen to give someone else a chance. After the WWE on Fox Twitter account recounted Charlotte Flair's Raw announcement that she wants to wrestle Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, Mama Royce tweeted, "Of course you do. How about giving others a chance?" Or whether or not Peyton's mom Kerry is merely helping to work an angle is unknown, but if so, it's interesting that the WWE would acknowledge Flair's dominant role on television and pay-per-view as well as in championship matches. Do you think Flair is over-pushed? Let us know in the comments down below. And by the way, I agree with Peyton Royce's mom. Next up, Batista or a WWE Hall of Famer to AEW? Could Dave Batista be the Hall of Fame worthy wrestler appearing at AEW 7th March's Revolution show? The wrestling rumor mill is at red alert thanks to fans questioning whether the Big Show's comments that AEW was hiring a Hall of Fame worthy wrestler at Evolution as opposed to Revolution was a slip of the lip or a hint at who to expect. Fightful Select speculated, due to the fact that Paul White misspoke and said Evolution instead of Revolution, and factoring in that Dave Batista was set to be the headliner of the 2020 class of the WWE Hall of Fame before the global pandemic prevented the event from happening, the former WWE Heavyweight Champion's name was suggested. Dave Batista added fuel to the fire by tweeting, "They're gonna have to come up with another word that uses specifically for professional wrestlers who actually mean it when they say they're retired. Currently, the word retired has zero credibility by professional wrestling standards." Bringing the multi-time world champion into AEW would be a major coup thanks to Big Dave's Hollywood star power and WWE name recognition. Given AEW's incredibly light schedule, it's conceivable the promotion could work around his Hollywood schedule, bringing him for a special event such as pay-per-views and the necessary TV to promote said appearances. If Batista doesn't appear on Sunday, and there's little evidence so far that he will, AEW had better bring in a big name or risk upsetting fans. While AEW has been good with bringing in big names such as Sting and The Big Show, an appearance by a curtain jerker would leave AEW looking second-rate. Dave Meltzer speculated on AEW's announcement of a surprise appearance, noting on The Observer that it could be 2 surprise appearances, and mused, "I could throw out names, but essentially it's going to be the guy Paul White said is a sorta Hall of Famer. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. What you're looking at is someone who has been around for a while. That tells me it's an ex-WWE guy who has a name. Considering how many wrestlers were released from the WWE in 2020, there's a large list of possibilities. They could include Christian, CM Punk, anybody. Depending on who shows up, Vince McMahon may go on a mini spending spree to lock down wrestlers he thinks might jump to the promotion. But who do you think the surprise wrestler will be? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Shaq's tribute to Brodie Lee and his first match. Kudos to Shaquille O'Neal, who made his AEW debut in an intergender match with him teaming with Jade Cargill against Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet. Shaq's performance was praised by fans and critics alike, including a spot where Cody dove into Shaq outside the ring, putting him through 2 tables. Yeah, which celebrities do bumps like that? The NBA Hall of Famer was placed in an ambulance, only barely, but got the win after Cargill pinned Red Velvet after a facebuster. The finish for the match, along with O'Neill's impressive performance, suggests there could be another AEW match down the road. As several wrestling pundits pointed out, this was Shaq's first actual match, as opposed to his participation in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 32. O'Neill also made a touching tribute to the late Mr. Brodie Lee, powerbombing Cody during their match. However, as Essentially Sports pointed out, the NBA legend had Cody set for the powerbomb. He did the Brodie Lee aka Luke Harper signature gesture and then delivered the vicious move. Next up, why NXT is moving to Tuesday night. Now, although the official announcement hasn't been made, NXT is expected to move to Tuesday nights soon from its current Wednesday night time slot. While conventional wisdom has it that the black and gold brand is being moved due to it being repeatedly run over in the ratings by Dynamite, there's another potential reason, something Meltzer observed recently, saying, "There's always a chance that something can happen for it to not move to Tuesdays, but all this has to do with the NHL, and when NBC Sports Network was dropped, the NHL's Wednesday night, and that's going to be on USA Network, and most likely they were going to have to move, and that's what happened. As far as what WWE does on Wednesdays, I'm sure that they'll do something because that's what they do." AEW Vice President Cody Rhodes spoke about the potential move during AEW's recent media conference. "If we're no longer going to be opposed on Wednesday nights, I'm sure we'll come up with some sort of wonderful statement. Congratulations to NXT on a successful move to Tuesday nights. The real winners are the fans who can watch NXT and Dynamite live every week, as this is a marathon, not a one-night sprint." Cody got serious then, painting a picture of how he views the current Wednesday night situation with or without NXT airing. "I can say that, but I don't want to be sassy or a jerk, because with them moving, perhaps something else will be on Wednesdays. Not only that, AEW Dark is on Tuesdays, so AEW Dark will potentially be opposed. So that's why we can't be in a matter of getting reactionary. We just have to put out the best show, we really do, and if they want to beat us, they have to put out a better show. It's honest competition." Cody and all of AEW should be prepared, as it's possible that the NHL may be a stronger competitor for Dynamite once it begins airing on Wednesday nights. And finally, a big wrestling promoter passes away. Last but not least, sad news in the wrestling industry, as legendary promoter Jim Crockett Jr. has passed away at age 76. According to the Wrestling Observer website, Mr. Crockett passed away due to liver and kidney failure brought on by a bout with COVID-19. Jim Crockett Jr. was one of the top promoters of the 70s and 80s, taking over his father Jim Sr.'s promotion, Jim Crockett Promotions, and he helped nurture the careers of future greats such as Rowdy Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, and Ricky Steamboat, while also innovating the promotion of wrestling. Mr. Crockett ran the first successful wrestling pay-per-view Starrcade, proving that promoters could greatly expand their ticket revenue. While Jim Crockett Promotions failed in its battle with the WWF, Mr. Crockett's legacy as a savvy and innovative promoter cannot be overstated. We'd like to send our heartfelt condolences to Mr. Crockett's family and friends. But there you have it, folks, the latest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.